V-I-C-T-O-R, last name spelled T-A-Y-L-O-R. I'm the Sergeant with the Texas Department of Public Safety Media Communications spokesperson for the department stationed here at the Texas State Capitol. At approximately 3:40 this morning, a DPS trooper was patrolling the adjacent streets to the Texas State Capitol when he was involved in an auto pedestrian fatal crash. Apparently, this is an ongoing investigation. We have very little information at this time. Apparently, the pedestrian was lying on the street for unknown reasons. Immediately after the crash occurred, DPS troopers performed life-saving medical attention. However, the pedestrian was deceased. EMS was contacted, who was formally pronounced dead at the scene. The medical examiner's office, I believe, has arrived and will take over in transporting the deceased pedestrian for further investigation. At this time, we have our Capital Region State Crash Team, along with our DPS State Crash Team members are en route that will conduct a formal investigation of this crash to determine exactly what happened. The information we have on the pedestrian was a 50-year-old man.
Was there identification found on the...
I've been told some type of identification was found, but I don't have any further information, name, or other information of the deceased pedestrian.
Thank you.
Was the officer driving on Colorado and made the turn off of Colorado?
Yes, apparently he was northbound on Colorado Street, and he was turning left on 13th Street when the pedestrian was struck.
Just to clarify, is the officer, is he a Capital Division, or is he Region 6? Just
The
regular?
trooper that was involved is assigned to the Capitol DPS.
What is the next step for the officer? Is there any routine administrative leave or anything like that in this case?
Yes, he is undergoing what we consider critical incident procedures, in which we will attempt to get a blood or urine specimen. Again, very early in the stages of the investigation. At this time, we do not have any additional information about how the attack occurred. We will put a formal statement later on this morning, and it will be forwarded out to all media. If you have any specific questions, I'll give you my email address, and that is Victor, VICTOR, .Taylor, TAYLOR, at DPS, initials DPS, .Texas spelled out, .gov. You'll just forward me by email, and we'll attempt to answer your questions. That information I do not have.
Were they only struck by one vehicle or were there
At this time, only one vehicle was involved with DPS vehicle.
Spanish sound, or do you have anyone available to give Spanish sound?
No, we didn't.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Talk to y'all later. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, good morning, everybody. So we just finished up a press conference, and I want to recap for anyone who's joining in or I don't know how the sound was. So in case you missed something, in case it was a little noisy because we are right next to the street, I want to let you know what happened. So we are here on 13th Street in Colorado. So for reference, that is quite literally next to the west side of the state capitol, where earlier this morning around 3:45 a.m., a DPS trooper ran over an individual who we've now learned was lying in the middle of the road. This DPS trooper was on his duties, making his and he made a turn so he was going northbound on Colorado, made a left turn, and that's when he ran over that pedestrian. CPR was performed here on the scene, but unfortunately that person did pass away here again at 13th and Colorado. The investigation is still ongoing. DPS is bringing out their traffic crime scene crews here. We're also told the medical examiner is now taking over to get the body off the scene and do a little bit more investigating. As far as who this person was, we're told that he was a man in his 50s. That's all the information they had, but they said they did find identification on him to confirm that. Other than that, we are still in the progress of learning everything, but the DPS trooper is going through routine protocol for this investigation. And let me show you the scene really fast. I'll walk over here.
Yeah, I'll
So you're looking at the car that's under investigation. They've been checking it out all this morning. We have DPS on the scene right now. Earlier this morning, we had also Austin Police Department was on the scene, as well as EMS. And like I told you, the medical examiner is now also here. And while you can't see it, behind these trees is the state capitol, for reference. So state capitol is right here if that tree wasn't in the way. So that's the vehicle that is under investigation. It's been sitting there since this morning, since the incident happened. Officers were taking evidence from the front and the back of it and talking to the officer and the trooper that was in that car. But other than that, safety wise, just as this road gets busier here on Lavaca, especially today, just take it easy. There is a lot of law enforcement out here investigating the scene, so we just want to make sure that they stay safe while they do that. If you have any questions, we have the article linked to this Facebook Live. We're also on KVUE right now, live, KVUE Daybreak, so please tune in, and I'm going to bring you the updates and showing you what the scene looked like a little bit earlier as well. For now, I'll tune off again. We're live on KVUE. You can watch on the KVUE app. Just download it, and you'll see a little section at the bottom that says watch if you want to learn a little bit more and kind of get an idea of what's going on. Otherwise, send me any messages if you have questions, and I'll try to answer them. Have a good morning, everyone, and stay safe.